Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, Episode 3 by in this episode, Rick and Michonne have to find a way to survive. The show stars Andrew Lincoln as Rick Grimes, Dana Guerrera as Michonne Hawthorne. We also have Terry O'Quinn as Major General Beale, Leslie Ann Brandt as Pearl Thorne, and returning from the original series, and we've seen this character in a few episodes already, but Pollyanna McIntosh is Jadis Stokes. You may remember that character from like the dump trash can where like Rick was held in a container and it was a whole thing. I'm gonna get into spoilers for sure, but I will tell you before that this was a pretty good episode. I just love the the challenges that kind of keep coming. I did not see that end like happening. Like I it came really out of nowhere. Um, so yeah, I'm very excited for the future of the series. I think if you are a fan of Michonne and Rick, you're definitely getting everything you want. Um, some things are getting a little maybe too overcomplicated. I don't know. Like it's interesting to see how the CRM has evolved from whatever hidden organization we had originally seen. I don't know if this is something they had planned from the beginning or something that they kind of started coming up with as they planted those seeds with Rick and Michonne and introducing the character of Jada's even back then. So, all right, so let's get into it. What happened in this episode? First, we have a flashback to Rick and Jada's kind of like dealing through a few different touch points on Rick's tenure in this the city of, now we know it's Philadelphia, and we might have known a little before, but yeah, we might have known. But yeah, now we know this new city, right, that they live in. Um, we also see that Jada understands that when Michonne and Rick are together, they are a threat. They are formidable adversaries. So at the end of last episode, when Jadis confronted Rick about this, and they kind of were dealing with like stuff, uh, you know, it's really interesting to see how Jadis feels like she has a one up on Rick. Maybe has him on the ropes a little bit. So yeah, we'll see. Um, and I think as much as they want Michonne to be this underplayed character that's trying to be safe, she just can't help being a badass. We see that multiple times throughout the episode. So obviously this is gonna blow her cover. So we'll see the fallout from that as well. Thorne gets a promotion, but we do have a conversation with General Beale, played by Terry O'Quinn. In my notes, I always write Locke as the when I'm taking notes for the review, because I love Lost and I love Terry O'Quinn in that role. But yeah, Major General Beale, he promotes Thorne, who is really, kind of like Rick's partner in crime, really throughout this whole stiff. Right, this is everything that was set up by Okafor. And he does tell Rick that he doesn't fully trust him, and I think us as the viewers, definitely should understand that. Uh, it looks like this episode really made it seem like Michonne and Rick were gonna make a move, and you kind of start seeing all the little plants, the little tricks, like how their plans coming along. But there's a really interesting reveal, right, when Michonne gets to the end of the swamp to finally escape with everything that Rick has set up. She sees that there's somebody with a consigned jacket dead on the floor, and it's hard for the viewer to tell, but Rick leaves a note saying Michonne has to leave without him. If she loves him, she'll leave and she'll, go be happy and be with the kids and all that. Obviously, Michonne didn't leave. That was never going to happen. But then it is given to understand that Rick set it up so that person that was dead on the swamp was supposed to be Michonne, or Dana, as the CRM notes her. Um, so yeah, we also got a really nice moment where we find the person that's been drawing on the phones, like all the little screens, the little portraits. Uh, Also, very interesting to see that some sort of art has kind of survived and adapted in this apocalyptic world. So that's kind of cool. Just as far as when the world building goes, like it's always neat when they keep introducing some of these concepts. I will say one of the things that this show does very well is squish zombies with or really squish people with revolving doors. Um, and we saw that when I don't remember the name of the actor who was on Everybody Hates Chris and is now in Abbott Elementary, but he got squished by a door. And when him and Glenn were running away from stuff. But in this one, we see another revolving door, kind of like a subway entrance, where a walker just kind of gets squished there. Interesting enough, the CRM and the people here call them delts, which is maybe just like a delta D dead people. I don't know how they got to that. Um, so after that, uh, if Thorn brings Michonne on the next mission, they're gonna go clear stuff for the summit. We know that the CRM, all the brass, the leadership, they're gonna have this big summit. That's why Michonne and Rick had been like working to like clean up that base or whatever the case may be. Um, and things go. There's a really cool sequence where one of the things they do is they bring out this. It looks like a mine, but it's like a mine made out of. I guess it is a mine, but it has like these flashing lights and sound attached to it. They have to bring it out so that it'll attract the walkers, and then it'll explode. Michonne takes a leadership position there because Thorn is having trouble getting things happening. So I think Thorn sees Michonne overstepping as a bad sign, right? It feels like Thorn is pivoting more into the side of the CRM. She's starting to understand what their goals are. I don't think this is going to play out very well for Rick. And then this is kind of where Rick decides that Michonne's got to go back. She's in trouble. She's in danger. But if you are a fan of the show and you've been watching this for so long as we have, Michonne is not the character that's going to take anything lying down like that. So at the end of the episode, they're flying back in a storm in a helicopter, and Michonne and Rick just like she pulls them both out of the helicopter. I don't know what's going to happen next. We saw some previews for next week, so obviously they don't die after the helicopter, but I don't know how they're going to survive. So really, really cool stuff. Very interesting episode. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. This show is doing some things very well, and although it's not, I don't think it's the best version of what we've seen in The Walking Dead. Just the fact that we're focusing on two characters that I really enjoy so much really is pulling this through. And the CRM stuff is really interesting, right? This whole hidden army in the world that's trying to rebuild society. I think it's very interesting. So I don't know. Maybe they'll explore this more in a different series. But yeah, we'll see. Let me know what you would like to see. We are halfway through this series already. I believe it's only 6 episodes. But if you've seen this episode, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here on the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.